Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Today we're going to start off with the Golden Saucer like usual, hit up the Quitari tribal quest, and then get working on the Stormblood Dark Knight storyline. Let me actually fix that typo that I just noticed in the stream text there. It's supposed to be an I. There we go. Oops. Just like we do every Sunday, we'll start off with Fashion Report. So let me go ahead and pull up Kai's graphic, and we can figure out what stuff I need to go buy. Looks like the top might be able to be any magic robe, and then I'll get the hemp and short gloves because they're really quick and cheap. If that's the case, then that's all I should need. Then I should be able to just use my blue mage to do 2 items. I want to test that. I want to do a magical robe and those hempen short gloves. Stand up and go buy them. Go buy the short gloves. Maybe it's magic gear. No. Oh, DOHDOL. It says it right there on the graphic. Here they are. And then my blue mage has a magical top. I don't know if this will count. I've also got my black mage. This mage glam that might count. Let's see. Yeah, I'll try that. See if that counts. If it doesn't, well, I'll just have to go figure something else out. Yesterday I finally finished up my ARR Zeta Zodiac weapon. Honestly, the only part that was really bad about that were the books. Those were really bad. But on the last step, you just had to go and do a bunch of more dungeons, similar to what you had to do earlier. Nope, can't get that. I'll finish after I see if I can get some good tickets on this. So far, we're not doing too good. Let's see if we can hit this last one. Yeah, this isn't gonna be good. Nope. So the last step is just going and doing a bunch of dungeons again, like Armvale, or I think I saw a suggestion for Sastasha. But there's also like a bonus thing where you can get extra anima, where you get more, like double anima or something, and I accidentally decided to do it when there was a bonus. So I was able to complete the, like, I think there were 12 or 13 of them, where you had, of the anima crystals that you had to do. And I was able to complete, like, 7 or 8 of them with 1 Armvale run each. So it only took me, like, an hour to finish, like, more than half of them. And that finished off my Zeta Zodiac weapon for Dragoon. I'm not going to do that for any other ones. I'm only going to do the first. Also, of course, we're not going to get any not last tickets this time. I think I plan to just get the first level for each of them, because each one of those gets you an achievement. And there's an achievement for getting all of those first step achievements. Anyway, let me purchase the tickets real quick. Just do random for all of them. And I'm gonna hit up the gate before we do Passion Report. Let's see, what's the gate? Slice is right. See if I can not die. Gotta get your glam game correct. Oh, not that. I wanted that. And the other thing I did last night was I tried out expert crafting, and I finished the blacksmith and goldsmithing sky builder tools. At first it was really hard, but because of the level I have my stats, and those are only level 80 expert crafts, I ended up figuring out how to do it, and it's somewhat forgiving. But it's very easy to mess up. There were plenty that I just ended up accidentally breaking. Because I actually bought like 20 20 of the items I needed, because you need a minimum of 20 to get the 60 gobby goop or whatever it's called that you have to trade in to finish off the tool. And so you can get a maximum of 3 gobby goop depending on the level of the expert craft, or the expert craft, the level of quality that you get on the expert craft. All right, let's see how bad I fail this. The female psyche mode is so underwhelming compared to the male one. Let's see, where's it going? Right down the middle. Oh, he's dead. Should be good here. Nope, that's gonna fall this direction. Uh-oh, that's gonna be really close. That's not really where I wanted to stand, but it worked. We got Anya here cheating. Gonna use her mind skills to see where he's gonna cut the bamboo. Billy got one of the piles. This should be safe. Wasn't quite sure where that back one was cut. Okay, this should be safe. Gotten a good bit better at the bamboo than like the first time I did this a long time ago. Okay, I'm just not moving because it's completely random. Gotta pet the basket. That'll make it happy. Let's see. Not dead. I don't know if I've ever actually gotten not dead. See if I can finally win the slices right. Oops, I thought it was a little farther to the right. Of course I had to go and jinx myself. Oh well, that was pretty good. Let's switch back to the Blue Mage Glam. And go do the fashion report. Gotta remember to put on the gloves. Hopefully this top counts as a magical top. Oh, it's over here. Right. Hope this counts. I could see those navy gloves working well for an outfit. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, it doesn't count. So I'll need to figure something else out. I think I should have a magical top. Some sort of magical top. Is there some sort of... Does it have to be a robe? Well, I believe in magic, and all these are robes except for the royal vest. I really should just use the dye. So that was 76, which means I need 4 more points. That would be 2 dyes of the correct color. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna try one more with a... See if there's a... I just noticed the chat. Wacku wacku. Okay, let's see. The closest one to the inn is Limsa, I believe. Actually, Gordon is probably pretty close too, but I think Limsa is still closer. Okay, let's see. Normally I use 20 for this. So what robe do I have any of these robes that could work? I don't think this will work. I didn't test this. That was on 8, right? Or 9. I could try doing this. I wonder if the Plague Doctor coat would count. I think it actually has to be a robe. I could try this. Let me make one with this. And you know what? I don't really want to... See, you get 4 chances, I believe. So I'll go ahead and make 2 plates. Okay, let's try this again. I think you get 4 chances for Fashion Report, so I'll go ahead and use up 3 of them. I'll use up 3 of them trying out these robes. And then if neither of these robes work, then I will do... Then I'll just go grab some dyes. Okay, let me apply... Which one was it? Let's try 19. Actually, I think 20 would probably be more likely. I'm still wearing the gloves, right? Yeah. Let's try this one. I don't know exactly what the criteria is for the top, but hopefully one of these counts. Nope, that doesn't count. What does it need to be? This is a magic robe, unless it needs to actually have magic in the name. No? It says the accolades robe counts. Okay, let me try this other one, and then I'll figure out... I'll switch to the dyes if I need to. Whoops. Hopefully this works. I don't want to have to go and buy some extra dyes. I probably should have just done that from the beginning. Not like they're expensive. Nope, doesn't count. I don't know what exactly the criteria is for that, but I'll go grab the dyes and we'll do it the correct way. Oh, I don't want to die. Actually, that's fine. Okay, what dyes do I need? Closest dye vendor. Probably just do Old Daw. Been having some fun playing Warrior in dungeons. Let's see, Hustling Strip, and then teleport to Sapphire Avenue Exchange. I looked up the pronunciation for, I forgot already. For Ryle. Rial's name. So I'll actually try and pronounce it correctly now. Rial. Rial? I have such a terrible memory. Rial, okay. Rial. That makes sense. The dye vendor's over here. The independent merchant. Okay, so I need bone white for the boots, bark brown for the something, and gloom purple for the hat. There it is. Okay, let's dye these. Bone white is for the boots. Bark brown is for the top. And gloom purple is for the hat. And let me make sure to put on the gloves. Hempen short gloves, that's correct. Best roast you can give for somebody's glam is to ask them if they just did fashion report. Alright, hopefully this works. The brown jacket doesn't look too bad. Although I'd probably choose a different shade. Actually, that shade doesn't look too bad. There we go. Gotta get that 50k. Okay, let's descent these just to get them out of the inventory. And then we reapply the... Wait, it's done. Okay, it's the hair bouncing. I thought it was something else bouncing. That's useless. Okay, let's do that Quitari quest, which means I'm going to switch to botanist. And let me teleport to Crystarium. I think I'll go to Ul'dah first. Try and save a couple of gil. And I'll update the stream text. I closed the stream text for whatever reason. I don't know why. As if I wasn't going to just open it up again. Okay, let's go to Crystarium. Then we'll head over to Arctica Greatwood. Hopefully I'll get to voice Quinford a bit more. The Great Book of Quinford! The Great Serpent of Ronka! I'll just teleport over to Finale once we actually get in here. I'm just being frugal. I need to do one more day of dwarf quests before we can get the next quest line. So I actually might do... I need to figure out when I'm going to be streaming this week, because I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. I might stream Friday. I probably won't stream on Thursday because it's Thanksgiving, and I actually am like going and doing stuff. Let me also update the golden saucer. We're done with that. Get a little bit smaller. Yeah, we're gonna start talking to the serpent. Not one of the Quitari, the serpent. Oh, okay, we're gonna get the blue Finale sisters. Delving deeper. The great serpent of Ronka wishes to impart divine wisdom unto you. Or so you think. The serpent jumps joyfully. It appears that the Quitari excavation effort is proceeding swimmingly. Speak with Jakar Kodal to see if there is anything you might do to lend a hand. Oh, brilliant! You'll be happy to know that the charm your friend fashioned for us worked most splendidly. We've been able to reach depths deeper depths than ever before. And thanks to you, the restoration of the first stela is all but complete. You are simply must see it. Ahem. You'll also be pleased to know that the relics and records that turned up in our subsequent trips below have confirmed the interpretation of history that you expounded as was indeed and indubitably true. We came upon many ritual instruments in the tunnel below. It is most clear that, let it suffice to say, we Quitari have never been particularly adept at the art of war. So it was that our ancestors searched far and wide for a safe haven where they could call home. Ronka, on the other hand, was composed of many strong peoples. The Ronso, brave warriors. The Dron, adept at the arcana arts. And the Vis, peerless archers, all working together for the Empire's prosperity. Not long after the Quitari first made contact with the Empire, our skill as scribes and scriveners, whatever it says, became evident to high-ranking court officials, and we were offered a prominent role in the Ronkan society in return for our loyal service. Four races so different, all living and working together for the greater good. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to live just one day in those glorious days of the Empire. But our work is far from done. Indeed, in our explorations, we have found what appears to be an entrance leading to an even deeper level of the caves. I have little doubt that the remaining stelae lie further below. I have sent a team below to conduct preliminary investigation before we begin the next phase of the excavation in earnest. My trusted scout, Taral Manol, should be here to make her report at any... Master Quitari, I bring news from below. News that I fear is not good. Again? I swear, if we Quitari did not have rotten luck, we would have none at all. Do tell, what did you find below there? Down there. Entering the second stratum, we came upon a shrine to our protector, Oxtalon. It appeared to have been ravaged by the beasts that lurk below, but still it stood after all these years. A shrine, you say? No doubt it was erected by our ancestors, more likely to ward off some greater danger that lurks further below. This was my thought as well, Master Quitari. A cave-in? A flood? Fearsome creatures from the depths? We were too fear-stricken to press onward, not knowing what manner of calamity might befall us. But we must press on somehow. Can we not appeal to Dalon somehow? That he might protect us as we delve further? Indeed, perhaps there is a suitable ritual for the occasion. Sadly, if there is, I fear it is beyond my knowledge. I know just the person to call. I think I know a Vis who could help you. Oh, I thought we were going to call Quinford. But I mean, the preview showed the blue hair Vis. I think I know a Vis who could help you. Perhaps you might find your answer in Finau. Why, yes, indeed. The Vis are nothing if not well-versed in Ronkin tradition. The one with hair color of night, Master Lenine, was it? I hear she has lived as long as 10 Quitari. Yes, I'm sure she will have knowledge that will serve us well. Long-lived as they are, the wisdom they have passed down through generations doubtless rivals that which our ancestors recorded. If anyone can help us, I dare say it is them. Good, Brilliant. Pray take me to Finau at once. I would meet their Master Lenil, that I might partake in her deep knowledge of ancient Roccan rites. I can't wait till he calls her an old lady. This is gonna be pretty funny, if he does. Oh, let's go over to Finau. I'm always happy to see some more Vis. You know. So many beasts in one place, I can scarce believe my eyes. Scream. I don't know why I bothered talking to him. I think I just want to do the scream voice. Brilliant, you grace us again with your presence. Me? I will be departing on my journey any day now. Yes, as soon as I decide where my destination will be. Welcome back, Brilliant. For better or worse, little has changed with me since last we met. Fina, too, is as indecisive as ever. We had heard rumors that Quitari had returned to the Great Wood, but did not expect to receive a visit so soon. Just seeing you brings back memories of olden times. Is she really that old? Memories? Do you mean that you knew my ancestor? I am older than you might think, my little friend, Anyhow, the answer is yes. Have you heard the name Chiparl Takal? She was a close friend of mine, and would come calling often to exchange news of the wood. Chiparl Takal? I do believe I saw that name on Father's family tree. But if I recall correctly, she was my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. It was that long ago, wasn't it? How quickly the years fly by. Still, I am heartened by your presence, young Chakarl. For many years after the flood, I feared we would never see one of your kind again. And you, Brillian, welcome back to Fanau. What brings you to us this day? I see. Our Quitari friends seek to discover their history and to reclaim the knowledge and lore of their ancestors. An admirable goal, indeed, and doubtless not a simple task. We would be honored to lend our aid and reforge the bonds between our peoples that were so strong in the days of Ronka. Now, do tell me more about these tunnels you were exploring. My dear sister has quite a weakness for ancient Ronkan ruins and relics, you see. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to leave the Greatwood on a journey of the realm, but if the Quitari require my aid, perhaps I can postpone my departure just a bit longer. It would seem that the Great Serpent smiles upon our partnership as well. This is auspicious indeed. Master Lineen, what knowledge of the Quitari lives on here in Fanau? Very little, I'm afraid. The tales I can remember hearing from my dear departed friend, and no more. Sadly, the precise details of the Quitari rites and rituals are beyond my recollection. And yet, I do recall Chiparl once mentioning that Quitari prayers to Oxdalon were remarkably similar in form to our own petitions to Ixmaya. It is not so surprising, perhaps, given how closely our two people were connected in those days. If we were to teach you one of our own traditions, mayhap you could adapt it to for your own purposes. You would do so for us? Gladly, old friend. But first, we will need to prepare a simple altar for performing the rite, and find ourselves a suitable offering. The liver and blood of an ancient beast, together with the root of a spirit weed, a rare shrub that grows near the Kamal Apostle, Stropolis. Yes, I do believe this will suffice. I know the ways of the beast of the woods. Leave the hunting to me. As for the final offering, I suspect Brillian would have little difficulty acquiring it, yes? Stoic nod. Excellent. In the meantime, I will teach the ritual to young Chakarl here. Were the passage into the tunnels larger, we would accompany you ourselves, but alas. Do not worry, my good Master Lenil. I will learn the words and gestures well, and Delon will hear our plea. Just you wait and see. You are a spirited one, child, but be forewarned, Master Lenil is a strict taskmistress. Ye gods! Forgive me, my friends. I will do my best. Anyhow, let's all reconvene at Hobble's Stobble when we are finished with our allotted tasks. They actually gave them different waves. Or at least I think they were different waves. The two sisters that just walked away. Let's see, just need one, right? Let's go ahead and get some crystals while I'm here, too. I already have, like, several thousand of these, but you never know when I'm gonna run out. I never know when I'm gonna just run out, and then I have to buy a bunch. It's always annoying. You go and you get all the materials to do a craft, and then it says you don't have the required materials, and you're just like, what? Why not? And you double check your materials, and you have everything. Then you look up at your crystals, and you're like, oh. Then you spend like 70k buying 1,000 of them, which isn't much. It's always a pain when it happens. I was wondering when you might return, Brillian. Have you found the offering that we require? Yep, got it right here. The Vis believe this will suffice as an offering to Dalan. Very well, so be it. As soon as Chikharl and the Vis arrive, we shall begin the second phase of the excavation. Why, just look at all the Quitari scurrying around. I had heard they were industrious people, but to see it with my own eyes is impressive indeed. Hail and well met. I am Fina of Fanau, and this is my sister, Siuna. We have come to assist in the ritual, of which your son has doubtless told you. Greetings, greetings. Please accept my apology for making a fuss so close to your village without properly paying my respects. I fear I have been quite preoccupied with my duties here. There is no need for that, friend. It is we who should apologize for our sisters who gave you such a fright upon your return home. As you may well know, our people were strong friends and allies in the days of Ronka. It is our honor to reforge those bonds in the present day. Should you require anything of us, you need but say the word. Anyhow, thanks to Brillian here, it would seem we have all the offerings needed to proceed with the ritual. Do you remember all that Master Linneal taught you, Chikharl? But of course, I said every word over to myself 100 times on the way here. I will do your Master Linneal and my people proud. I should hope so, my son. Very well. Let the dig begin. Sometime later. Did we seriously get another worm? Taro Natal and Chikharl Katal have safely returned from their investigation of the tunnels. It would seem that things beyond our understanding are afoot in the depths below. Another avatar of the Great Serpent? What is the meaning of this? 3? How many serpents are we gonna have at the end of this? I cannot say for sure. We found a second Stella, but I fear, much as the last one, it proved too massive to carry to the surface. Just as we were pondering our next course of action, this armor-clad fellow arrived, and led out a mighty... Precisely. While I cannot confess to fully understand the import of what it is saying, I can only surmise that the serpent once again wishes for us to call upon the wisdom of the ally Ronka, Brillian, that is, and restore the Stella to its erstwhile form. And yet, much as last time, the engravings are weathered to no small degree. I have my own thoughts about what they signify, but I would rather hear my son's theory first. What say you, Jakarl? Well, let me see now. One marking was clearly of a vis, knocking a bow. That I could make out the semblance of a Quitari, its arms seemingly held in the air. The image of vis on a Quitari stone? How fascinating. Just as the first stele depicted our history with the Ronkan Empire, no doubt these markings tell the first encounter between our two peoples. Having befriended the benevolent Ronkans, our people then met the vis, skilled hunters and wise to the ways of the forest. So pleased were our ancestors that they threw their hands in the air in glee. I don't think that's how it actually went down. I don't remember what I chose last time, if I chose the peaceful or the not so peaceful solution. That is a more optimistic interpretation, my boy. And yet I feel it is more logical to read the stone a different way. Doubtless the vis came upon our ancestors, small and scurrying about the forest, and took them for prey. Facing arrows pointed at their hearts, our ancestors threw up their hands in sheer terror. So it was that the vis, newcomers to the Great Wood, nearly came into conflict with the mighty Ronkan Empire. Our legends tell of how the goddess Ixmaya guided our people to the forest, but say little of what awaited us upon our arrival there. As far as we can say, both theories are more than plausible. Still, I would hope to believe. No, I will say no more. It would ill behoove me to stick my nose in matters of Quitari lore. I agree. Quitari history should be written by the Quitari themselves. In any event, we are pleased that we were able to contribute to your cause in some small way. We shall return to Fanao, but please do not hesitate to call upon us again. There is still much catching up to do between our people. Once again, it seems we find ourselves with a choice to make. Scream. Yes, brilliant. You impart unto us your wisdom once more. How are you inclined to interpret our history? I kind of feel like... I'm pretty sure I chose the more optimistic version last time, but I'm more inclined to pick the not so optimistic one this time. Let's see, so which one should I choose this time? So if a race, let's see, so are the vis, let's think about this for a second. The vis, when they originally encountered the Quitari this time, they pointed their bows at them. But in this case, the vis had already established themselves in the forest. And that this is their home. And there are new creatures here that they've never seen before and were cautious. In the past, they were coming to the forest and were discovering the new species. So all species would be unfamiliar to them. The question is, are they going to be hostile towards all of the species or not? I would say they probably wouldn't if they ended up becoming friends with the Ronkan Empire. I'm going to go with the sun's interpretation again. Even if it's, like, overly optimistic. You too saw how Master Lenil welcomed us when we visited Fanao, yes? Why, it is simply post-prosperous to think... Post-prosperous? Okay, I thought that was the actual words, but no, it's just one of his mispronunciations. Most prosperous to think that the friends of my great-great-great and so on grandmothers and grandfathers hunted us like vermin. Yes, I am quite certain that the vis were our friend from the earliest days. The Quitari in the markings is meant to be raising its hands in sheer joy. Surely you agree. I mean, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Splendorous. Splendorous. Oh, thank you, Brilliant. I know you would see things just as I did. You believe my son has the right of it. Well, I suppose there is something to be said for adopting a brighter view of history. Very well, let us proceed with the restoration. At long last, another piece of our history comes into focus. But our struggles to reclaim our legacy goes on. Pray continue to lend us your aid. Father and I will send our finest artisans. The work must begin at once. The second Quitari stela has been restored to depict Jakaro Katal's interpretation of the first encounter between Quitari and Vis. Protected by their new altar erected according to the traditions of the Vis, and heartened by rediscovering another piece of their heritage, the stewards have returned their excavation efforts with newfound zeal. Should you choose, continue to aid them in their cause. Alright, let's see what new rewards we got. Aged Oak, I don't know what that's for. We already got that, and the rest is that. Okay. This is just, yeah, these are just tools. Okay. That was the Quitari. The second? Third? Whatever number it is. That was the Quitari quest line. Or, the one that we're doing for today. Let me note down this. What day we did this. Because I would like to put them all into one video if we can. If I can. But we'll see later. Okay. It's time to embrace the darkness. I said embrace. Ma'am. Trying to be cringe. Okay, so we're gonna get started on the Dark Knight quests. Looks like we need to go to Falcon's Nest. So I'll head on over there, and then I think we'll take a quick break. And then we'll get started on the Dark Knight, Stormblood Dark Knight quest line. So her name is Rial, right? That's how you say it, right? Let me double check again.
Rial.
Rial, okay. And let me change the stream text. And let's see, let's go to Ishgard. And then we'll head outside. I still need to figure out a different, let's update that. Pick a different sword. I think the hilt goes really well with the armor, but it doesn't, but since it glows purple, it doesn't quite fit. Also, what does this do again? 3 stacks of delirium. Every 60 seconds, and delirium makes it so that blood splitter? Horse or blood splitter, which I don't think. Oh, yeah, these two are free. That makes me want to put it on. Okay, let me think. This looks like I should just use it on cooldown. Yeah, Control F works. I'll just do that. Then what am I gonna put here? I guess I could put Blood Weapon. I might do that. Go ahead and plop myself down next to them. Oh, there they are. That's right. We had met up with Meist. It's been a while. But before we get started, we're going to take a quick break. Yeah, let's choose. Let's put an actual wall next to an actual wall. All right. I'm gonna take a quick break. Time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. All right. Let's get back to business. Time for us to get started with... Wait, how do you say it's Riel? R-I-E-L-E-L-E.
Riel.
Riel. Okay, Riel. Riel. Okay, I get it. All right, it's time to get started with the Stormblood Dark Knight questline. Start off by talking with Cid. What's he got for us? The Widow and Her Love. Serdurgu is handling his new duties with a characteristic aplomb. Oh, thank the gods, an adult. Rial has been spending a lot of time with Meist, keeping him company and getting to know him and so forth. Not that there's much to know. He won't talk about his home or his past. Doesn't seem to have any interest or skills beyond conjuring elaborate illusions derived from memories. I have no idea how he does it either, and, more importantly, I'm not even sure how he could take back the ether he stole. We may have no choice but to agree to his terms, unless you're content to carry half your soul crystal. I can hear you whispering, you know. Meist means well, and Brilliant and I are willing to help him. Why aren't you? I didn't say I wasn't willing. I'm still here, aren't I? Right then. We found no one suitable for the boys' needs here. Rather than return to Ishgard, I say we try to find somewhere new. Try somewhere new. Let's head to Tailfeather. Okay, let's head over to Tailfeather. So that should be through here. It's so long since I did Heaven's Word. Also, I thought we were on the level 60 quest, not the level 63 quest. So I'll need to see if I can dig up the first quest to use for a video, if I try and turn this into a video. Anyway, let's see if we can find somewhere for Meist. This place, too, has seen its share of sadness. A prisoner of the high houses? Interesting. Life here is not easy, but it is fulfilling all the same. That said, the hunters had no personal tales of profound tragedy to share. They did, however, tell me of an outsider recently brought here from Falcon's Nest. A prisoner, actually. A woman named Laudy. She's to atone for her crimes through hard labor, but the proctor has been zealous. He berates her constantly, and every day she bears fresh bruises. In Ishgardian justice. I know it well. If this woman is performing various chores for the hunters, then it should be not be hard to find her. Come, let's look around. Let us look around, and by look around I mean head to the big orange circle on the map. She's lucky. At least she gets to see the sun. No one is undeserving. No one is beyond redemption. This I must believe. She must be around here somewhere. Maybe it's at the big sparkly destination marker. This is the place, isn't it? Insolent child. You are not to speak unless spoken to. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Pray forgive my impudence. Do not play me for a fool. Your sins are beyond forgiveness. Sir Emmerich and his noble brethren may think you worthy of mercy, but I have seen your kind before. A swift death is more than you deserve. A swift death is more than the bastard deserves. I can't imagine what she did to deserve that kind of treatment. You know her, Beryllian? Seven hells. She's the one that led the protest at Falcon's Nest? The one that nearly put an end to the peace conference? And she poisoned you? I thought I recognized her. Well, that explains a lot. Though, if you, of all people, could find it in your heart to forgive her, or at least forsake bloody revenge, then it's hard to look at this and call it justice. Her crimes were born of desperation and despair for her husband she lost. Perhaps if the two of them were to meet again. Don't be foolish. She knows he's dead. He'll only cause her pain. Pain is all that is left to her. Don't you see? How they cry in the dark. How they mourn their dead. How it festers and spreads and corrupts them thoroughly. We have seen it. We have made it. Fine, fine. Do what you will. Conjure her husband. But do not come crying to me when she curses you for your kindness. I'll not give the hunters cause to turn their bows to us either, Riel. Take Meist into the woods and hide. Brilliant and I will free the girl. Sounds good to me. Rather, I will free the girl. She would know you at once, and might misunderstand your intentions. We cannot risk the commotion. As for your part, no one is truly outside Hallown's grace, don't you think? Confront the proctor. Make him see the error of his ways. If he is a good man, then he may yet repent of his wicked ways. If he refuses, then that is his choice to make, and he will have to accept the consequences of his actions. Doubtly so, if he bears steel, yes? Oh, I understand, Sid. Bah! The very sight of you fills me with murderous rage. See to your duties. I must needs cleanse myself of these impure thoughts through communion with nature. Perhaps a spot of fishing is in order. Now's our chance. Stoic nod. Hey man, you going fishing? I sure hope no dark night comes and harasses you. Hello, sir. Nice day, nice weather we're having. Who are you? Why do you disturb me? Giving his voice a little too deep. A concerned adventurer who objects to my treatment of a criminal? Ha! If only you knew her sins. She should have been thrown into witch drop. Alas, the Lord Speaker, in his boundless wisdom and mercy, demanded that we spare the woman's life. But rest assured, I will see that her every waking moment is filled with misery and scorn. Yeah, no you won't. You presume to judge me, a man of the church? I will not be cowed by your threats. The Fury guide and protect me! The Fury guide and protect me! Yeah, no. Yeah, dead, dude, you're dead. Oh, right, I'm super over leveled, that's right. Alright, these are GCDs. Or, these are actually on GCD. I need to remember that. So, thinking about how to use these abilities. Because I put that on Control F, but then I completely forgot to... I think I just need to remember to use it. I don't think it's that much of a problem. Well, that guy's dealt with. Go find Meist and everyone else. I'm not sure we should be here. It's begun. We can but watch and see what happens. Hey there! I can't talk to them. Look, we have brought them together. We have made her whole. How she smiles, and how her eyes sparkle. How beautiful this happiness. Are you sure about that? Every night I dream of your voice. I could have tried to stop you from going back to the front, could have begged and screamed and cursed, but I didn't, because I knew you'd listen, and even if you'd forgive me for it one day, I never would. The arrow may have misstripped my heart, but I've been dead for a long time. All of this is just waiting. That's what I'd tell you, Stace, if I could. And then you'd say... You can't stay stuck in that moment, Loudy. You've got to go on. You've got to forgive yourself. You've got to let me go. But I won't. I won't. If I do, who'll be left to remember the man you were? The soldier, the husband. I'm the only one who knows, and it's my duty to hold on to that as long as I can. That's what I'd tell him if he were here, but he's not. He'll never come home to me. So please, put an end to this, whatever this witchcraft is. It's going to be interesting to see how various people react to these apparitions. Brilliant Mason, was this all you're doing? No, it was mine. Forgive me. I thought that I wanted to only to... I was wrong. I see that now. You have every right to be upset. It's all right, boy. It is. I appreciate your kindness, even if it was misguided. You too, Brilliant. I blamed you for a lot of things. Hated you so much. Because I don't know. Because you came back, and Stace didn't. Maybe. Because you weren't him. They say the war's over now, but it never ends for people like you, does it? There's always something worth fighting for. Everything ends. Yeah, there's always something worth fighting for. That fits a lot better with the themes. I know what you are. I heard the stories as a child. Of the ones with neither shield nor sigil, champions of the weak and the helpless, undeterred by the law of man or God. I couldn't stop you any more than I could have stopped Stace from walking out the door that day. So, fight, damn you. Fight. If that's what you want, just don't squander the time in between. There's never enough. Right. I suppose I owe it to him to try and make the most of what I've got left, too. So I will. Take care, and thank you. She's gone. Reclaim your ether, Brilliant. Give me that stuff. In the depths of the abyss, a flame lingers. Right, what am I supposed to do here again? Oh, right, Soul Eater. I don't know which one Soul Eater is. There it is. As the aether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. I did try and warn the boy. The proctor's punishments were nothing compared to her own guilt. Forgive me, forgive me. In the end, I could not make her whole. So much pain, so much loss. How it fills my heart and overflows. Maybe it is indeed beyond us. Maybe it is not in our nature. You've still got 3 more chances, don't you? There's no need to be so bloody melodramatic. At least not out here. We should go back to Tailfeather. Your words did more for her than my illusion. She is still a good person, and so are you. I pray you both remember. Okay, that was the first quest. Let's head back to Tailfeather to finish it up. This is going to be really interesting if we get to see how various people process react to Meist's apparitions. We'll be able to see, like, she understood that he was dead. And that this wasn't really him. But then we saw that the previous person was happy to be able to give the word, say the things that she never got to. At least I think that's how it went. It's been a bit. She knows it was false, yet it still had power over her. Can there be truth in the lie? And perhaps salvation as well? They found comfort in seeing the dead. They had so much to say to them, but I don't know what I could say to her. Was that how this is gonna end? Ariel's gonna talk to her mom, her dead mother? That'll be really interesting. On to the next, I would say. But Meist looks to be in no state to continue. Which means we'll be staying here for a time, taking in the fresh country air. Me and my little ones. For what it's worth, I think that woman is better for what we did. Or at least as good as anyone can be after what she's been through. It's the same text. The Orphans and the Broken Blade. Sid is about to make a suggestion he will immediately regret. Oh, I can think of lots of different suggestions he would immediately regret. Let's see which one he does. Brilliant. I imagined you'd like to get back to it, and so would I. Unfortunately, Meister remains inconsolable. His failure with Laudy, such as it was, weighs on his mind. He's afraid of repeating the same mistakes with others. And so, for lack of a better idea, I'm thinking it's time to pay another visit to those furry little shites in the Turning Mists. Oh no. What? But why? I can't imagine Meist helping a Moogle. My master used to take me to places like Mogholm when the city became too much. The fresh air, the quiet, the isolation. And yes, I have not forgotten how the Moogles helped Riel and me when we were moody and brooding. Aren't you still moody and brooding? You're a dark knight. Though I would argue that we reconciled in spite of their intervention, not because of it. She's just gonna laugh. Whatever you say, Sid. Whatever you say. Don't worry. I haven't given up yet. How could I? You wouldn't. Yeah, but I'm the main character and you're not. Okay, so we gotta go up to the Churning Mist to Mogholm. And talk with the stupid Moogles again. Okay, where are they? Where's Mist? Mist? It's good to see you again, Moggy. I hope you and your friends haven't been getting into too much trouble. They're Moogles, of course they're getting into trouble. Oh, you know, Moggy. Trouble follows me wherever I go, Kubo. Right then. Water under the bridge. No need for palms to be torn from heads and shoved down throats. Yet. Our Meist is taking in the sights, I believe. Why don't you join him? Okay. I mean, this does look pretty cool. The wind in your hair, the sun on your face. Here you can immerse yourself in the beauty and the calm, and forget the horrors. Almost. How far we have come, you and I. The others, they hesitate. But you understand the obligation, the duty, the need for atonement. For what do you need to atone? What happened to you? Yeah, what happened to you, kid? We have lost so much. So many friends and loved ones. So many moments. We thought we could keep and preserve them, but we are left with anguish in the end. Time strips us of even this bitter remainder. If we let it. But I cannot. This pain, this sadness, it is mine to bear, mine alone. This I understand now. Their grief will be mine, and in return I will give them peace. But who and where and when? Who, when, and where? That is the question. Even we have our limits. Stoic head turn. Who did I lose? Everyone. No one. We have always been apart, have we not? Perhaps one day you will understand, and then you will share my loathing and contempt. Oh, forgive me. I have been away for the others for too long. Sid will be worried. We must return to them at once. Sid and his little ones. Poor Sid. Is Sid upset? I'm not sure, but I think I heard him grinding his teeth. Do you think Mist and I have time to talk? Did you and Meist have time to talk? I had to talk to Moggy there, but whatever. Or Moogie? Moggy. There you are. I trust Meist has had ample time to reflect upon his mistake. I have. And ready to resume my search for those I might help with my power. Difficult though it might be, I do not intend to give up. Glad to hear it. In that case, there is no need to remain here any longer. I say we leave this accursed place and never return. Don't be silly, Sid. I say we show Meist more of the turning mist. We did come all this way, you know. Come on, there's a place I'd like to show you. Now wait just a goddamn minute! You can't go running off on your own like that. They'll get eaten by a three-headed gobble. Riel! Bugger me with a bleeding. Come on. They cannot have gone far. Watch out for belligerent Dervanians and mischievous Moogles. Kupo? Is there another one of your friends? Poor Sid. He accidentally adopted 2 children. I mean, he kind of took Riel, like, willingly, but then Mice just kind of showed up and he's like, ugh, gotta take care of this guy too. Can't let him go all alone. And of course, Riel's like, hee, Sid. Oh, right, here they are. Sid, hope you've got a good explanation. And by that I mean, I forgot the body bags. Don't give me that look. If the little bastards didn't want their heads caved in, they should have not tried to sneak up on me. Besides, they're still alive. You ought to give me credit for holding back. I guess? Sid. I know you're a dark knight, but please. Anyway, I lost sight of the children. I'm not sure which way they went. I'll head north and circle back towards Asa. You head straightways there. Rest in peace, Moogles. Wonder what she's going to show them, or show Mice. Oops. Not paying attention. Just like these kids to get into trouble. Weil tells me she's has rather fond memories of this place. This is where we fought the Moogles. Alright, let's start this encounter. You should have seen the look on Sid's face when the Moogles started singing and dancing. He was utterly speechless. Why were the Moogles singing and dancing again? It was stupid, really, but I guess you could say that Sid has become obsessed with trying to live up to his master's example, and for all the wrong reasons. He lost his family when he was younger than me. Sir Ompagene took care of him, and Frey, but then they died too. So it's just the two of us now. He was angry and short-sighted, but now, well, he's still both these things. But not as much as before. So let's progress. So that's progress, I suppose. Sid's master was very dear to him, wasn't he? Oh, thank gods. You shouldn't have run off like that. You wish to see him again, your master? Uh-oh. Where's this coming from? What has Riel been telling you? Or Riel been telling you? I mean, there is much I wish I could have asked him before he passed, but... Wait, no, don't you dare, you little shite. Oh, Sid. Charming as ever, I see. Ooh. Okay. Master. And this must be Frey's successor. A worthy one, I have no doubt. My name is Ompagni. What did I say before? Ompagni? Ompagni. And it is an honor and pleasure to meet you, Brilliant. You did well to come so far on your own before meeting Sid, and together you have both grown so much, in mind and body and soul, as Dark Knights and as true heroes. There was a time when I was hailed as a hero too, for deeds meritorious. I don't know this one. In the defense of Ishgard and in the name of the Fury. A brave and true Temple Knight I was, slayer of countless Dravanians, a commander beloved of and respected by his men. They would follow me into the seventh hell. And indeed, that is where I led them, time and time again, They would fall, and I would earn the accolades. And then they would give me more green boys and with dreams of glory. Green boys with red blood spilled on white snow, again and again and again. And then, one day, I couldn't. I couldn't remember the first one's face. I had forgotten the face of the first boy he gave his life for me. It was the day I left the Temple Knights. I know that tale by heart, but not the tale of what came after. Why a goodly man with titles and wealth, a man who could have lived out his days in quiet comfort, why that man chose instead to walk the path, and to once more accept 2 children into his care. You asked me the very question long ago, and I told you that one day you would understand, when you were older and wiser and stronger, and starting to have bad knees. Shall we put you to the proof, Sid, and see if today is the day? You're always fond of your tests. Now, don't be cross. You've only yourself to blame. These are your memories, remember? Ha, but of course you do. The point is, deep down, you wanted this, and while there's no substitute for the genuine article, you could do a lot worse. So do me this honor, all of you. One last dance with the dead. Show me the man you have become, Sid of the Obsidian Heart. Character development. That's right, she's a conjurer with really good conjure abilities. How many weaves can I get in there? I make sure I don't overcap on this gauge over here. That does a lot of damage. So that's potency of 500, and this, oh yeah, that's only like 150. It's like the same as this carved and spit. Come on. Come on, Sid. Maybe he does have those bad knees. Come on, Sid, you can't have those bad knees. Man, Sid got wrecked. Well done, Brilliant. Well done indeed. Frey would be proud to know that you carry on his legacy, and mine. And Sid, my boy, my beloved boy, you nearly had me. Oh, spare me your sympathy, you bloody shade. I lost, and that's the end of it. You kept Riel and Brilliant out of harm's way, Sid. You did well. Learn to shut up and take a compliment. Yes, Sid. You asked me once why I chose to walk the path. Why I chose to look after you and Frey, even though, deep down, you already know. But, since I lost, I owe you the answer from my lips. I was angry. Angry with the Temple Knights. Angry with myself. Angry with this twisted world where good men die for nothing. I was seeking justice for my boys, and forgiveness for my sins. I saved lives and punished the wicked, and for a time that was enough. But nothing lasts forever, does it? And a man ought to have a legacy. I failed my boys as a temple knight, but you two were my second chance. I would teach you everything I knew, everything I learned from my mistakes, so you wouldn't have to make them. I would send you out into the world to do great things, and maybe it would all balance out. Well, that's all I have to say about that. You know what comes next, don't you? Though I suppose I ought to give you a word of advice before I disappear in a puff of smoke. I am your predecessor's master, after all. People like us will never know peace. Every moment brings us closer to death. Those of our enemies, our loved ones, and yes, our very own. The fear of death is that what keeps most men alive. That dread, that desperation to escape the inevitable, if only for a little longer. But we are not like most men. We have seen what awaits us beyond the abyss. We have tasted that despair, bathed in that oblivion. We have wept rivers for our dead and cursed the gods for their cruelty. That is our sword and our strength, and that is why you may one day stand above us all. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Take care, Sid. Be nicer to the girl, and try to be less of a chocobo's arse. Oh, for the love of. I really hope this entire quest line, it gets all emotional, but then they just keep roasting Sid. I love it. They weren't supposed to fight. Sid's in a bad way. I think Sir Ompagni may have overdone it a bit. For an illusion, that bastard hit awfully hard. Reclaim your ether so we can leave. I may need to visit a healer. I mean, Riel's right here. As the ether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, hear a whisper. Good, good. Glad to see it all worked out in the end. As for you, Meist, I distinctly recall telling you not to do that. Forgive me. Had I known it would come to violence, I... Don't you dare start pouting. I'm annoyed, and sore all over, but it's nothing that won't heal with time. All I ask is that you promise not to do it again without warning and consent. Memories can be powerful and painful in more ways than one. That said, he was right. I've only myself to blame. If I thought I could defeat him, I would have. But I didn't think I had a chance. And so I didn't. His injuries are worse than I thought. We should hurry back to Mockholm. For a moment, I was certain he would fly into a fury. Could it be that he is grateful for the experience after all? That's what I heard. Then it was not in vain. Tired and broken though he may be, he is nevertheless better for the pain, and in time, we too may be. There is still hope. Redemption is not beyond us. This is pretty good. I'm enjoying this. He'll heal, but I'm afraid it's going to take a while. The Mughals can probably help, though Sid would have to let them, and good luck convincing him. He will recover, yes? On the bright side, you can't blame us for it this time. I guess not. Ugh. I'm afraid Riel is right. I'm going to need some time to recover. I'm not fit to travel in my condition. Which means... Oh, gods help me. I'm going to have to stay with these furry little shites even longer. 2 more times, was it? 2 more times and we'll be finished with this boys' crusade? Not soon enough. Brilliant. Be a dear and punch a Moogle for me, would you? Okay. I hope Sid feels better soon, Kupo. On the bright side, he doesn't seem nearly as grim and dark as I remember. Except when he's talking about punching Mughals, that is. I wasn't joking, by the way, about the Moogle punching. He'll heal. Okay. Same thing as before. We can never go home. Meist has been waiting for you for a long time. As you can see, Sid has yet to fully recover from his bout with Sir Ompagni, and there is no telling how much more time he will require. But my quest will brook no delay. If we must seek out another soul in need of succor without their assistance, then so be it. Do you agree? Leave it to me. Then we are of one mind. Now then, where shall we begin our search? War is perhaps the greatest source of man's misery. So much death and destruction. A battlefield, perhaps. Are we gonna do a Dragon's Memories? That would be pretty cool. Yes, yes. This slaughter you bore witness to at Castrum Orings is precisely of which I speak. A tragedy which tore apart the lives of every man and woman it touched. My mind is made up. That is where we must go. If I had it my way, I'd not let you out of my sight. But again, it's your soul crystal at stake. I'm only here to help you reclaim your Aether. If you think you can look after him by yourself, then by all means. For me, I think I've finally regained enough strength to make the journey back to Ishgard. But when you finished in Girabanya, come and find me at the Forgotten Night. Well then, guess we're heading to Girabanya. Don't get cocky. The little bastard's a handful and a half. Meist cares for all of us. In his own way. But you most of all, I think. Alright, let's head over to Girabanya. Let's see, where exactly are we going? Ow! Stubbed my toe. Gotta go to the east. Let's go to East Shroud. Okay, let me teleport to Limsa first. Okay, we'll make our way over there. Gridania, and then I'll just teleport to the cast room. Okay, let's see. Let's go to East Shroud, Fringes. Oh, right, there you are, Meist. Castium Orines. Orins. How it buzzes with life. So many brave soldiers resolved to do their duty, no matter the cost. But have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high, for no man is beyond the reach of fate. Death will not be denied. This place, it weighs on me. Anywhere but here I would search. Doesn't seem too keen about being here. Of course, we're gonna go to that dark corner. I believe the quest here is, the next Bard quest. I don't enjoy playing Bard, so I'm not gonna do that on stream for a while. I'd be sooner level Summoner. Hello, sir. Come to share the fire. I would not stand to greet you, stranger. But my legs, my eye, the whole of me is not what it once was. Brilliant. I know that name and that voice. By Rogar, you're still alive. Praise him. Praise him. Who is this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Nay, though I am flattered that you would think so. This woman made medicine for me long ago, at the behest of Captain Meffred, when we were still in Quarry Mill. I vaguely remember that. If I'd kept at it all for myself, I'd have made a full recovery, but I couldn't. I had a dear friend, you see, and so I made a choice. He got better, I didn't. Ended up working for the Griffin, he did, as a right-hand man, even. But, like all the rest who went to the wall, he never came back. The irony of it, that I'd be the one to outlive them all, if only for a little while. And so, I sit here and await the reckoning, as I rot from the inside out, the husk of the freedom fighter I aspired to be. No, there's still ending. This is not the ending you deserve. I will not allow it. The man he spoke of, the one whose life he chose to save at the cost of his own, that man is proof of his nobility. If he were here... Well, give it a try if you want. Do you wish to see him again? Your dear friend? Dart? Aye. More than anything. But there's no point in praying for the impossible. He died with the rest, I'm sure of it. He was the Griffin's double, and one of his top commanders, besides. You're a kind boy, you are, and I'm grateful for the company in these twilight hours. But there's no need to trouble yourself further. My time is nearly spent. Then spend the remaining thinking of better days, Galleon, and not dwelling on the death of me and mine. God strike me down. Howdart? No, it can't be. This is not more than a trick, an illusion, a lie. But even if it's a lie, hear me, Howdart. I have a favor to ask you. One final favor for a dying fool. Return to the Reach, to Bloodstorm. Offer a prayer to our brothers there. I will, Galleon. You have my word. We should talk outside. Nothing like the Dark Knight questline to get you all sad and depressed. I have to believe. I have to believe. To Mefford and Galleon, you were larger than life. I always wanted to meet you, and here we are, though I reckon this doesn't really count, does it? If only I could go back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I was to place my trust in the Griffin. Maybe then Galleon wouldn't be dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time left. I'll lead the way. The wilds between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed, so I'll not be any good to you in a fight. Nor will I fear. We will have to rely solely on you for protection. Don't worry, guys, I got this. I've no doubt you can keep us safe. You're the bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let us be off. Oh, we need you to protect us, and then we're gonna disappear and walk away. Of course, there's gonna be an instance over here. An instance fight. This is the level 68 quest, right? Okay, then there should only be one more after this. Yeah, there we go. Got the purple circle. This does a lot of damage. Strong as ever, eh? Stronger even than you were that day, I reckon. They say that when the Griffin's men realized you were coming to stop them, they grew panicked and unsure. How could they take up arms against a woman hailed as a hero of Eorzea? A hero who had personally intervened in their lives for the better. Some stood their ground and died then and there for it, I imagine, while others looked the other way and tried to find some more Imperials to kill. I pray I wasn't foolish enough to try and fight you. I owed you better. Hodart, speak to me. I'm fine. Just got dizzy all of a sudden. We have to hurry, do you hear me? We have to make it to the Reach. Gonna need to work on the, how to use these. I think I understand how to use it. I could probably just treat it similar to the blood gauge. Oops, didn't mean to skip that. It cannot be distance. We haven't traveled far enough yet. A man's memories cannot outlive him. I told you, he hasn't got much time, and neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me. Another purple circle? No? I don't think we're gonna make it to the Reach. No, I will not allow it. He will endure. We will fulfill Galleon's wish. Oh, so close. Hodart, you must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Hodart. Don't you think I know that? He saved my life, and well, we all went and died for naught. For naught! All we ever wanted was to go home. And then the guy, Mrs. Girabonian. Yeah, he's not making it to the Reach. He's still got a bit to go. We can. We can still go home. Even now, after everything we have done, we can still go home. Yeah, no, you're not making it, dude. Yeah, he didn't make it. He fell and would not rise. He began to shake, and he was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods tempt us with their promise of redemption. We did not fail. They failed us. They failed us. Forgive me. Forgive me. My failure is my own. I had my chance, and I squandered it. Reclaim that which is yours. As the ether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. It is not finished, not yet. You will come and pray with me. I mean, when I tried to walk into the Reach, they attacked us, so I don't know how you're gonna get in. Let's see. Yep, going up to the statue. I didn't realize that they're over there. Arnvold and those guys. Here is where we are to pay respect to the dead. F isn't working. Thought you spelled respect. It's R-E-S-P-E-C-T, man. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. What good are prayers to the dead? They are not ears to listen, nor eyes to see, or hearts to console. Not remains of them, save fleeting recollections, soon lost to time and to the abyss. We are left only with pain, a lingering sadness for names and faces consigned to oblivion. How are we to withstand this relentless onslaught which threatens to consume us? Is there no truth but this, that all men must die? Is this our world to suffer or to shape? The world is what you make of it. I be by my sword, that is my truth. Such is the gods that nah, I like that one better. Indeed, we are only bounded by the gods' law by choice. We cannot save everyone, can we? Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? What, if aught, have we wrought by our own hands? One last time, I gave you my word, and I mean to keep it. But know this, every intervention has come at a cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. That's what I thought would happen. But it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death, our true enemies, need hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world. You need only ask. We should go back to Ishgard. You must miss Sid and Riel. I need to change my noise gate to pick up my big giant size. So I have to like purposely sigh directly into the mic to get it to pick it up. Anyway, need to go to Ishgard. Teleport to Limsa to get a slight discount. I didn't think it would be, this quest line would be that fast. Also, it's still 500 gil. I don't think that saved me almost any gil. Oh, nope, that saved a little bit of gil. Alright, let's head over to the Forgotten Night and meet up with Sid and his children. The usual space, Sid? Yep. Now where's... what's his name? Meist. Is everything alright, Brilliant? Brilliant. I pray your trip to Girabanya was productive. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you reclaimed more of your ether. But I wish the circumstances hadn't been so depressing. For Meist's sake, we shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns. Hmm? No, as far as I am aware, he has not yet returned to Ishgard. He certainly isn't here, as you can see. Oh, God damn it! Don't tell me he decided to run away, and just when I was beginning to trust the little bastard. No, I could still be wrong. He's earned a little trust. A few days' worth, no more. Hope he's not doing something foolish. Gonna get the Blackest Night. Our compromise. You knew from the first that there was only one way this could end. God damn it, Meist. We're going to have to track him down and make him return the remainder of your ether he stole from you, aren't we? He said that when this was finished, naught would remain of him. Bloody vague and ominous, to say the least. We'll just have to press him for answers when we find him. You last saw him at Ralgar's Reach in Girabanya, yes. We'll start there. I'm going too, and I won't take no for an answer. Sid's gotten better, but he's a long way from fully recovered. Besides, you'll need someone else to help you do the talking. Sid's no good at it. She's just got no chill when it comes to Sid. Yeah, Sid's got no social skills, so he'll need me. Okay, Riel, we get it. Well, back to Girabanya. Let's see, where are we going here? Okay. I didn't even realize this area was... Oh, I knew this area was here, but I didn't notice this part. What are we looking... Oh, there we go. Talk to the doctor. Ah, yes. I remember a long-haired boy. Very curious, with many questions about the nature of ether. He conversed with one of the adder conjurers for a time. I know not what they discussed, but from his expression I gathered it was important. Here we go. Hmm? What's that? You're looking for that boy too, are you? I was watching some birds late the other night when I hear someone skulking about behind me. Forgive me, I hear him saying, before he runs off and disappears into the dark. Then I realize it's quiet. Too quiet, Sleeping birds make noise, and mine ain't. 'Cause they're dead. Every last one of them. No wounds of any other obvious marks. But there they lay, like the life was sucked right out of them. I don't know how or why he did it, but there's no denying he did. I demand a recompense. If you find him, you bring him to me. What did you do, Meist? Looking for a young boy with blue hair, you say? I reckon I would remember someone like that if they were to come this way, and I don't. Spoke with the fellow before me during changing the guard, as we do, and he made no mention of anyone matching that description either. Where are you, Meist, and what are you doing? Meist? Mist? Should I be calling him Mist? Whatever. I have a bad feeling about this. I hope Meist hasn't done anything stupid. Something stupid. Our Inspector returns. Oh, you wouldn't even know, dude. Inspector? Got some stories for you. Tell us, have you learned aught of Meist's whereabouts? Seen conversing with a conjurer and possibly killing chocobos. Not sure what to make of that, though we can be sure he stayed here for a time. But perhaps no longer. We learned but moments ago from Gillo here that a boy matching Meist's description was seen leaving the Reach. He's for the peaks, and so are we. Oh, where are we headed? What are you doing, Meist? Looks like he's sucking the life out of stuff. They're dead. Just dead. Like the chocobos in the story you heard. No visible injuries. No bleeding. Aye, it is as Riel says. These beasts died for no discernible reason. Just like the chocobos that man in the Reach claims Meist somehow killed. But it doesn't add up. Other than its singular magic. His singular magic, Meist is utterly helpless. Unless, was he always capable of this? But we know the answer already. He stole the Aether when we first met. Even if he could do it, even if he did do it, why? We'll ask him when we find him. And this time, you'll let me do the talking. Search the east. Riel and I will head south. We'll meet in between if you find naught, and if we do, either you will come to our aid, or we to yours. Meist, what are you doing? As you survey your surroundings, you observe naught out of the ordinary, but on the edge of hearing, you hear a whisper to the southwest. I don't know how you can hear a whisper from this far away. Ah, I see Sid got wrecked again. What? No, Mother. Excuse me? Meist, what are you doing? 7 hells. I hate being right. On your guard. Meist has shown his true colors. The Aether or whatever else he took from those beasts has given him tremendous strength. Contrary to his earlier warnings, conjuring another simulacrum wasn't the end of him. And of all the wonderful people he had to pluck from our memories, he chose Istrid Van Annoying Woman. He knows why we're here, and this is his answer. He summoned the monster that haunts Riel's dreams, and sends her screaming from her bed. Forgive me, Cid, but you gave me no choice. Say your name. What is his real name? Shall I ask you the same? Who holds the reins? Though it matters not, we are complicit, you and I. Can you even remember why you came here? Can you even remember how many you killed? How many lives shattered? How many stories ended? Upon the surface of the crystal and carved the sins of Dark Knight's past, and yours are beyond counting, beyond fathoming without end. Justice is an excuse. Nobility is a lie. Murder is murder. And though we are most definitely not without fault, it is this cruel, indifferent world which has made murderers of us all. But we need suffer no longer. I sought to make those broken souls whole, one by one, when in truth the solution was much more simple. A world beyond pain and suffering, and anguish and despair. A world beyond death. A world in which we never need bid farewell to our dearest friends. This is a theme that villains use quite often in stories. I will make a better world where no one has to die. And almost every single time, the people who say this are the villains. And how many beasts will you need to kill to make this world of yours? How much aether will you consume to see it through? Bloody self-righteous sophicity from a mewling whelp. So your brilliant plan is to fill the world with simulacra of the dead, is it? And somehow that's supposed to make everyone happy? Well, you're right about one thing. I'll grant you that. This world is brutal, uncaring, without logic or justice. No justice but that which we make for ourselves, and I'll be damned if I give it up, so you can force your illusion upon us to assuage your guilt. Did you not find comfort in your reunion with your master? Even though you knew it was a lie, did it not help you unburden your soul to find a measure of peace in this madness? I am not your enemy, not then or now. I will not fight you. All I ask is that you leave me to do my duty. It's never too late to turn back. We're still a good person. You can still be a good person. This guy is saying that? So, this is your answer. Maybe you cannot accept what needs to be done, but I can. Goodbye. Well then. Hey kid, I think you're a bit in over your head. Trying to summon a conjurer to beat me. Man, I think does so much damage. Uh-oh. It's gonna be Frey, isn't it? Either Frey or Hodge. Nope, nope, okay. That's better. Would have been better if it's Frey. So many broken by this world, and then by you. So many. Woe betide the man who stands opposed to the warrior of light, for death will be his reward. Death for him and his kin and all that he holds dear. Woe betide the man who stands with the weapon of light, for death will be his reward. Death for him and his kin, all that he holds bare. This is way better after playing Shadowbringers. Like sands through the hourglass, everything we fight so desperately to protect slips through our fingers, and what remains, is us, only us, and the memory of our sin. To walk this path is to suffer, to sacrifice. Let's see. Listen to your voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Justice demands no less. I tire of this charade. Let's do that one. The top one would be more Dark Knighty. Oh, nice. It actually used one of the abilities. I forget which one that's called. That's the healing one. Ah, there's Frey. Serve. Save. Slay. Slay. I've sins aplenty, aye, but regrets not so much. This is Frey, right? And if she wouldn't listen to me, the embodiment of good sense and pragmatism, then what hope could I possibly have? Could you possibly have? A house divided cannot stand. You know, this childish rebellion ends now. What in the seven's hells is that? Wait, so who is this? Yep, it's Frey. A compromise, I suppose. Our dear friend here refused to let me take the reins, but I wasn't about to stand idly by while that imbecile tries to do whatever it is he was trying to do. No hard feelings about Whitebrim, eh? Promise not to stab you in the back. It'll be just like old times. A dark knight needs a sword. Take mine. No, no, this is wrong. This is all wrong. I offer you peace, restitution, a chance to make amends. Do not think you are above it. Do not think that the reckoning will be postponed indefinitely. Oh, he's gonna summon a lot of big baddies. He summons 2 warriors of darkness. I forgot their names. And 2 temple knights. When it comes, I shall welcome it with open arms. But today will not be the day, and you will not be the judge. Let's fight. There's so much damage. I'm gonna summon an Ardbird. Well, I guess we didn't know it was called Ardbird at this point. Where am I supposed to use? Oh, there we go. That was great. Glad we did it all at once. Forgive me. Forgive me. I ask. I beg. I pray. But it never comes. Again, they go to join the multitude in the black oblivion of the abyss. Such is our lot. Such is the fate of all who are born, to suffer and to die. Do not seek forgiveness, for it will not ease the burden. It weighs as it should. But what of the lost? Do they not deserve to live again? They do, in our hearts, and our souls, and our memories. No one likes having to say goodbye, but it's part of life. That's what makes the time we share together so precious. You cannot obsess over the mistakes of the past, or you'll lose sight of the future, of the people still with us, who need us more than ever, like Sid. The greatest strength is born of the flame in the abyss. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Thank you. That is all I ever wanted. So, this is it. One last parting. One final farewell. After a fashion. In your darkest hour, in the blackest night, think of me, and I will be with you always. For where else could I go? Who else could I love but you? It's like we just gotta head back to Ishgard. Finish off the quest. Ah, you're back. Welcome home? You'll forgive us for returning to Ishgard ahead of you. I hope I, needed some time to think on everything that happened in Girabania. I won't pretend to know everything you've been through in your life. A man can never truly understand what's in another's heart, and probably not their own, for that matter. I'm pretty much rambling at this point, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I'm grateful for everything you've done for me and Riel. I like you, I respect you, and I'll always be here for you if you need me. We're fellow walkers of the path, after all, and friends, I'd like to think. I've been wondering. Mice appeared at the same time the soul crystal cracked, yes? But which happened first? And why then and there? Damned if I know. Does anyone truly understand how soul crystals work? What matters is the crystal and Brillian have been made whole. That said, a heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns, thence comes the darkness to consume, and few hearts would bled as much as hers. Speaking of bleeding, I think your wounds have reopened. If you would sit, it would be much easier for me to tend to them. You should get some rest too, Brillian. Not all wounds are so obvious. Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings, praise Howland. She's right, though. No need to overdo it by running off to the next battle just yet. If you must put one foot in front of the other, though, why don't you go back to where this whole damned mess began? Maybe you'll have an epiphany. One last thing. Return to where it all began. Yep. That was really good. It didn't surprise. I think obviously you've seen, if I make a video out of this, then you've seen that if I did or didn't guess that her mother would be summoned again. Not again. That's the first time she was summoned. Anyway, let's click on this where it all began and finish off the quest. What troubles you, Mistress Mason? Ah, but of course, 'tis bitterly cold this day. At times like this, one should be warming themselves by a fire. Not a day goes by without your name being spoken, you know. The soldiers and merchants often bring us news of your latest exploits. That said, to hear it from the hero herself would be much preferable. But there would be no expectation were you to call us. The pleasure of your company alone would be more than enough. Where, though, I expect it will be in the days to come, but your destiny was never to remain here, was it? Though a part of me wishes that you would. Forgive me. I find myself growing more and more sentimental in my old age, and in working on my memories, I have had to reflect on the darker chapters of my life. Hashafont lived his to the fullest, and if his story is preserved for generations to come, then I should be glad for it. You will always have a place here, Brillian, for you are family. Now go. Do not let me keep you from your labors. The world waits for none, not even you. From the depths of the abyss, you hear a whisper. I didn't read the rest of the text. Now we got the Blackest Night, which is really, really good mitigation. Okay, so there's actually one more quest at level 80. But... alright, Dark Side Gauge. I'll figure that out eventually. Looks like it's just that. But where's Blackest Night? They put it on my bar, didn't they? Yeah, there it is. That's every 15 seconds? Oh, it costs 3,000 mana, okay. Or 3 MP. Creates a barrier around self or target party member that absorbs damage, totaling 25% of the maximum HP. Yes, this is supposed to be really good. Consumes dark arts instead of a... let's see, grant dark arts when barriers completely absorbed. Consumes dark arts instead of MP to execute Edge of Darkness and Flood of Darkness. Oh, okay, so it lets me use the... okay, that's pretty cool. I kind of feel like I should just put it here, because it's good mitigation, but it's also good, what's the right word? Actually, part of it, I'll figure this out. I'll figure this out later. For now, I think I'm gonna end up gonna finish off the stream for today. My goal was to finish to do all of the Dark Knight, Stormblood Dark Knight quests if I could, and we got through all of it. I still have to figure out like if I'm going to make this into 1 or 2 videos, if I'm going to make them into videos at all, but I can figure that out later. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you had a good time. I need to figure out when I'm going to be streaming this week. I don't... let's see, do I have Wednesday off or not? No, I don't. I have... Thursday's Thanksgiving, and I won't be streaming then. I might stream Friday. I'm not sure. I'll post on Twitter when I'm actually going to... well, assuming Twitter is still alive. I'll post on Twitter if I'm going to be streaming on Friday or not. I'm still going to be doing Saturday and Sunday like usual. We'll finish up 5.3 either Friday or Saturday. Until then, hope you have a good week. Until then, goodbye.